Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding radiant energy welding processes. So this type of processes are also called the newer since these are not in use for many years and have been developed very recently. So the types of radiant energy welding processes are: first is electron beam welding and second is laser beam welding. Now, in radiant energy welding processes, heat is produced at the point of welding when a stream of electrons or a beam of electromagnetic radiations strike on the workpiece. So, either electrons or the beam of electromagnetic radiations that will strike the workpiece. So, this welding can be carried out in a vacuum or at low pressures. Now, the electron beam welding, that is EBW, and laser welding are the two main types of radiant energy welding processes. Now, first we will see the construction and working of the laser beam welding. Now, you can see the diagram. In the diagram, you can see there is a laser crystal. Then, around the laser crystal, there is a flash tube. There is a mirror. Then, there is a cooling system. Then the beam of light that you can see, and there is a focusing lens. Through that focusing lens, the beam of light, it is concentrated on a workpiece. You can see at the right hand side there is a workpiece, and you can see the concentrated beam that strikes the workpiece. So by using the focusing lens, that beam of light, it is concentrated on a workpiece. Now the laser means it is a light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So long form of laser is the light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. It is a concentrated beam of coherent monochromatic radiation. So laser beam, it is a powerful, narrow, monochromatic and directional beam of electromagnetic radiation. Often these beams are within the visible spectrum of light. A laser device excites the atoms in a losing medium. The electrons of these atoms move to a higher orbit, then release photons, creating a laser beam. Now the laser beam welding utilizes the high power of laser beam as the source of heat to produce fusion weld. So source of heat in this type of process is the laser beam, high power laser beam. So high power laser beam, it is utilized to melt the surfaces that to be joined. Because the beam can be focused onto a very small area, so it has a high energy density and therefore deep penetrating capability of this type of welding. Now the equipment that consists of: first is cylindrical ruby crystal whose one end is silvered to form mirrors internally, while the other end has a tiny hole through which laser beam emerges. So first of all, the laser beam or the laser that is required. So the types of lasers includes the gas laser, then the liquid laser and the solid laser. So first is gas laser. It excites the electrons in gases such as helium, neon, cadmium, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Liquid lasers includes the dye laser, which uses organic dye molecules in a liquid form to produce a wavelength of radiation that can be tuned. And third is the solid lasers that we are using in this process. It includes the ruby laser, which uses a precious stone to produce a beam of red light. Now the principle that is used in a laser beam welding: a laser beam is produced inside the ruby crystal. The ruby crystal is made up of aluminum oxide with chromium dispersed throughout it, which is forming about 1 upon 2000 of crystal, this less than natural ruby. The silver coated mirrors are fitted internally in the both the sides of crystal. You can see in the diagram on the two sides of the ruby crystal there are the silver coated mirrors that are fitted. The one side of mirror has a tiny hole. You can see on a right hand side there is a tiny hole that is placed. A beam is come out through this hole. So through that hole the beam that will be come out. A flash tube is placed around the ruby crystal. So you can see there is a flash tube, xenon flash tube. The name is given, that is indicated by pink color. This is the xenon flash tube that is placed around the ruby crystal, which is filled with xenon inert gas. The flash is specially designed such as which is made flash rate about thousands flashes per second. The electrical energy, it is converted into light energy. This is worked by the flash tube. The capacitor is provided for storage the internal electrical energy and supply the high voltage to flash tube for perform appropriately. The electrical energy discharged from the capacitor and xenon transforms the high energy into white flashlight rate of 1 upon 1000 per second. Now the equipment, that is first is cylindrical ruby crystal that is required. The flash tube around the crystal that is required, which contains inert gas xenon. It produces thousands of flashes per second. That is a function of flash tube. Flash tube converts electrical energy into light energy. Then third is the capacitor, which stores the electrical energy as as indicated in a previous slide. Then the cooling system that is required and the focusing lens that is used to focus the beam of light onto the workpiece. The chromium atoms of ruby crystals are excited and pumped into the high energy. So this is a working of the laser beam welding process. Due to heat generating, the sum of this heat or the energy, it is lost, but some light energy reflected mirror to mirror, and again chromium atoms are excited until lost their extra energy simultaneously to form a narrow beam of coherent light. So narrow beam of coherent light, it is generated, and that will which come out through the one end through the tiny hole of the crystal's mirror. Now this narrow beam, it is focused by a optical focusing lens to produce small intents of laser onto the job. So you can see how light it is concentrated. So there is a focusing lens that you can see on a right hand side, and through that focusing lens the beam of light, it is concentrated onto the workpiece. Now when the capacitor, so we will see the working again. So when the capacitor is subjected to electric discharge, xenon transforms electrical energy into white flashes. So white flashes that will be generated as the ruby crystal is exposed to these flashes. The chromium atoms of the crystals are excited, and that will put into high energy level. Due to the mirror inside, a lot of energy is emitted from the small hole as a laser beam. This laser beam is focused by an optical focusing lens onto a job where welding has to be performed. Now we will see the advantages of laser welding process. So deeper penetration of welding, it is obtained. Heat affected zone, it is very less. It reduces the roughness of the welded surface. Now no vacuum is required as it is required in a electron beam welding. Then high production rates, and weld can be made with a high degree of precision. Disadvantage: slow welding speed. Laser is dangerous for the operator's eye. High energy losses, and laser welding is limited to a depth of approximately 1.5 mm only. Now, regarding the applications, it can be used for cutting as well as welding. It can join wire to wire, sheet to sheet, and wire to sheet, etc. It can be used for welding copper, nickel, aluminum, tungsten, and zirconium, etc. So these are some applications of laser beam welding process. Now the second process under the category of radiant energy welding process is electron beam welding. So you can see the diagram. At the top there is a filament, then there is a control electrode, then anode, then positioning diaphragm, focusing lenses that you can see, and at the bottom you can see the workpiece. So in this process the electron beam, it is generated and it is focused on a workpiece that to be joined. So you can see the another diagram here. So there is a cathode, that is filament, then there is an anode through which the electrons that are emitted, then there is a focusing coil, then the deflection coil, and through that focusing coil and deflection coil the electron beam, it is focused on a workpiece, and in this process there is a vacuum pump. So in this process the vacuum, it is necessary for welding. Now in this, the heat for fusion is obtained from the high velocity narrow beam electrons. So the kinetic energy of electrons is converted into heat as they strike the workpiece. Now the equipment consists of an electron beam gun, a vacuum pumping system, fixtures, drives, and motor controls, etc. So this process requires vacuum to focus the beam on a workpiece. So we can see, so first that is electron gun that is required. So electron beam is most often formed by a triode style electron gun under the high vacuum conditions. Then focusing of the electron beam. So it has two parts, electron focusing lens and the deflection coil that is required. You can see in a diagram at the bottom. So electron focusing lenses focuses the beam on into work area, and deflection coil can be employed to bend the beam, thus providing the flexibility to move the focus beam spot. Then vacuum chamber, it is required. So vacuum in the gun region is needed to maintain the gun component cleanliness, prevent filament oxidation, and impede high pressure short circuiting between the cathode and the anode, or the filament and the grid cup. Now the steps used in a EBM process. So first it is a joint preparation, then cleaning of workpiece, then fixturing of workpiece. So fixture means it is a holding of the workpiece. Then demagnetization of workpiece, setting up workpiece in a chamber, pump down air from the chamber means vacuum it is created inside the system, and carry the welding process. Now we will see the construction of and the working of electron beam welding. So electron beam welding is a process in which the heat is generated when the electron beam impinges on a workpiece. As the high velocity electron beam strikes the surfaces to be welded, their kinetic energy changes to heat or thermal energy, and hence causes workpiece metal to melt and fuse. So this process employs an electron gun in which the cathode in the form of hot filament of tungsten is the source of stream of electrons. So due to cathode, It is a source of electrons, the electrons that are emitted from the cathode. The electrons emitted from filament accelerated to a high velocity to the anode because of the large potential difference that exists between them. The electron beam is focused by a magnetic lens system on the workpiece to be welded. So it is a fusion welding process, so in which high velocity electrons is applied to two materials to be joined. So free electrons in vacuum that can be accelerated with their paths controlled by electric and magnetic fields. Now the anode. So electron beam gun consists of tungsten heated filament which acts as a cathode. So this is the source of electrons. So anode electrodes are there in the gun which attracts the electrons and increase the speed of electrons. The higher the potential difference between the cathode and the anode, higher would be the acceleration. And if higher the acceleration, higher the speed of electrons. And if higher the speed, higher penetration is obtained. So heat is generated is about 2500 degrees Celsius, and this heat, it is sufficient to melt and vaporize the workpiece material and thus fills a narrow weld gap even without a filler rod. So without filler rod, you can join the surfaces. The electron beam is created in high vacuum and is focused by means of focusing coil so that energy is released in a small area. Now we will see the advantages of the electron beam welding. The penetration of the beam is very high. That is the main advantage. Welding speed is high. No filler material and flux it is needed. And heat affected zone is very small. So distortion of workpiece is very less. And weld quality it is high. Now the disadvantages, initial cost of equipment is high. This welding generates X-ray which are dangerous. Then creating vacuum needs cost, time, proper sealing, etc. and more skilled persons are needed. Then the applications for welding reactive and refractory metals, for example, titanium, tungsten, beryllium, etc. And next application is for welding stainless steel, copper, aluminum, nickel, etc. So thank you.